So, what do we do now? What do we do when we're living in a world that is coming from fear? Everyone is so afraid. They have forgotten that they have this power within them that lights up their own being that they can generate out to the world. So, I do believe that those who choose to come here are choosing to make a decision that they want to participate in being the light workers of the world. There has to be somebody holding a balance within the world that is creating the opposite of fear. And the opposite of fear is love, is light. So if this is what our true being is, as a spiritual being, and we are not aligned with that during this crisis that the world is generating, what happens? We're going to fall into that same consciousness. You will literally be sucked into that energy unless you are taking action every single day to remember how powerful we are. We are powerful spiritual beings, but it is through our free will that we have to get up every day and make a decision that this is what we are connected to, that we plug in the source and connect ourselves to the light source. What's happening in this world right now, there is an order. We know there is order in the world, okay? No matter what is showing up as evidence, there is still divine order in the world. Things are coming up now that have to be addressed, that have to be healed. We no longer can wipe them away and pretend like they do not exist. So this is a respiratory virus, right? So I'm going to go to one of our favorite books, Louise Hay, You Can Heal Your Life. Respiratory ailments. Fear of taking in life fully. So look at the world before this came in to the presence. Look at the world. We have been living in a state of fear, right? Before this ever even manifested, fear was where we were living, okay? And we're not living life fully. We are cutting off what we have come here to do, what our mission is, what our purpose is, because people are pulling away from the guiding source of spirit. Because they're staying so connected to the world, they have forgotten their true beingness as spirit. So even people that I think are light, and they are connected to that light body that they are, I'm watching them now step back and join the races of fear. Look at the emptiness in this room. Fear. And what does fear stand for? Yes. The truth from spirit is that this does not exist in our spiritual mindset. Only if we decide to attach ourselves to it. We are here to help guide you, to help you heal through this process. Our energy circle, we work on all of this every Wednesday. to keep our body aligned to that light that we are. Now, what does this say as far as changing the new thought pattern? I am safe. I love my life. So what if we knew, without doubt, complete faith in that fact, that we were safe and that we loved our life? This is ours to do. But it has to begin with us first. So if you are not coming from this place, in the midst of this storm that is circling around, if you are not feeling safe and protected and loving your life fully, then you will step into that swirling conflict. So I invite you to be very present here, to come to the things that we are offering you. The world needs us because of our connection to our light bodies, because we are aware of the energy that we generate from those light bodies. The world needs us. Please don't shy away from this wisdom. This is great wisdom. People are not going to understand where we come from. That's okay, because we can ripple that from us. We do not need their understanding. All we have to do is hold that within our own being, and we make the difference. Okay? So, what do we do now? That is what we do. We get up every morning. We say this beautiful prayer. We align ourselves to our light bodies. And then we go out into the world and we shine and we shine and we shine. And when we need a refill, we come around people that are shining and we fill ourselves up again. And we go back out and we do it again. There is a transformational thing happening in the world right now. And what happens when things are transforming? Things get pretty dark, don't they? Because things have to come up and out. Okay? Life force enters through the energy circles. So energy wheels. So we're going to talk a little bit about how you can connect to your light body. Your body is always light. Always. You cannot not be light. It is what and who you are. Okay? That's why I was saying I am the light of the world. That's who you are in this world. Not of this world, but the light of the world, okay? So if we have an understanding of how we connect to this light, we can better stay in that presence, right? So, life force enters through the energy wheels. We have this life force that is constantly flowing. A lot of you that don't attend our energy circle may not understand our chakras. We have these chakras that align our spine and connect us to source. And by keeping these chakras moving and clear and balanced, we are able to circulate that energy through us and has us. We have the root chakra, we have the sacral chakra, we have the solar plexus chakra, we have the heart chakra, the throat chakra, the crown chakra, and we have an energy body that surrounds all of us. Our auras. So if we learned how to keep these clear and keep them activated and keep our auras protecting us as we go out into life, that is how we make a difference. By knowing that these things exist, that these spiritual energy centers are part of our spiritual identity. And they are there to assist us by calling on them and working at keeping them functioning at a high frequency. Okay? Light equals light. When we bring more light into the body, then we have a greater life force. So if we believe this, light equals life. So all the people that are getting sick and dying, we're not judging that. By no means. Hear me. We are not judging that. But for us who are still present and are still healthy and whole and acknowledging that, we have to understand that this light will give us the life we need to survive through what is happening outside of us. Okay? The most important thing, if you walk away here today, is to know that everything you do has to come from inward. And then you change the outward. So your life depends on light. The ones vibrating high and the ones that are in touch with their light body are the ones that are going to assist the whole of the world to the great transformation. Now that the veil has been lifted and we're going into the fifth dimension, we have everything we could ever desire waiting for us to tap into it. But we have to be connected to that light. Okay? So very, very important to understand this, that every day if we work on tapping into that light and growing it outward, you are going to be the life force that moves us forward into this great transformation of heaven on earth. That's where we're heading to, heaven on earth. Isn't that exciting? Aren't you guys ready for being a part of that and lighting up the world? I know I am. You are not here by accident. You knew this before you came, that you were going to experience this in this lifetime. And I know for me, I know at that time that I made my contract that I said, I'm going to be a light worker. I'm going to shine my light. Now you all make that decision to do that. Join forces with the light of the world so that the transformation of heaven on earth, you're going to be a part of that. How exciting. How exciting. Light and sound waves and energy. So I just talking about these sound waves. Today I fill the service up with music. Music that you know. Music that you can sing. Because when you sing from your soul and your heart, you rise up and above it all. Just by singing. It doesn't matter how you sound. It doesn't matter. Sound is sound. It is beautiful no matter what, if it's coming from your heart and your soul. So generate your sound from the light. Add light, positive song. Listen to positive, uplifting songs every day. YouTube is filled with Karen Drucker songs. I was listening to this lady called Susie Waters. Oh my gosh, her music's beautiful. There's so much out there. Listen to the frequencies on YouTube. When you come in every Sunday, frequencies are playing. Go to sleep with the frequencies on. Those sound waves generate light. So listen to those. And when you talk, be careful what you say. When you generate sound from your own vocal cords, be careful what you say. Are you generating light when you're talking? When you're vibrating as you talk? Pay attention. Be that observer of what you're doing. Of all times to observe what your being is doing is now. So that you don't get sucked in to the conflict. Meditation goes in, prayer goes out, but they both aim for the same place of union between you and the divine. Meditation is when we go within. It is when we listen. Prayer is when we affirm and we're sitting it outside of ourselves. Okay? Both are so very, very important. If you have not begun meditating, this is a very good time to do it. It's your opportunity right now to be part of this shift in the world. And meditation will take you away from the outside inward. You will receive all the intuitive guidance you need to direct you through the chaos, through the conflict, if you're listening. We practice that here every Sunday now. It is a part of a daily ritual that will align you to your light body. Is there a certain way to do it? No. Just do it. Just being still so that you're not in that swirling energy that can suck us back in. Just being still and present with your being, seeing the light. Today we're going to do a meditation that you can do at home every day to connect you to that part of your presence. So I invite you to start practicing meditation. Prayer. We use affirmative prayer here. We affirm the good we desire to see within our world. Prayers make a difference if you are using them affirmatively. We're not requesting things to be a certain way. We're not begging or beseeching a God outside of ourselves. We are affirming what is true to our spiritual essence. Okay? So whatever you're wanting to see, affirm that every day through prayer. That's why I gave you this beautiful prayer to start using that. And this is where we bring in that union. We connect to the light body. We connect to the divine. Okay? Practice of concentration results in temporary attainment of deeper states of consciousness. You know, I heard someone say one time, well, meditation, I'm not going to concentrate on anything. I'm just going to let whatever happens, what happens. And I thought, well, I went to some of our Unity books, Heart Center Metaphysician, and different books, and every single one I saw states how important concentration is. Because if we just allow our thoughts to run rapid through our mind, that's what they're going to do, right? Guided meditations are there to take your focus off of all of those thoughts. Because they guide you into creating a visual. Okay? They give you focus to focus on something else other than the monkey mind. We always say you don't want to shame yourself because the monkey mind's going. Or, you know, say, stop it. You want to just allow your thoughts. A lot of people like to use clouds. Just allow the thoughts to pass through. And then just go back to focusing on a visualization. Concentration of whatever you would like and desire. So concentration is very important in meditation. You go into a relaxed state of getting relaxed. Because if you relax, you stop some of the mind and the emotions that are coming up into you. So find what works for you. Some people like looking at the flicker of a candle when they're meditating. You know, just to take their mind and their focus to that. Whatever works for you is all that matters. And in that stillness, the more you practice, the easier it will get for you. It's like anything in life. It takes practice. It is during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light. This says it all. You are given an opportunity right here, right now, living in a world that is darkened themselves in fear, we must focus to see the light. This says it all right here, right now. Focusing on that light. And today I'm giving you these tools to do that. To be part of this transformational experience that we have decided to come here and participate in. I am the light of the world. He who follows me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life. Okay, here. He who follows me. He who follows God, universe, spirit, source, whatever you are comfortable with. If you are following that, if you are connected to that light, shall not walk in the darkness, but shall have the light of life. This is a promise. This is universal law. We've had all of these series on universal laws, and they all basically say the same thing. What you're thinking, what you're feeling, what your actions are, you will create more of it. Even walking around and talking about what's going on, you're just fueling it. So I'm inviting you to become the observer of what you're doing, what you're thinking, what you're being. Because I know each and every one of you desire to be the light of the world, or you wouldn't be sitting here. You have that desire. You showed up. Now that we have the wisdom to know what to do, all it's going to take now is your willingness to go out and be the light of the world. It's your choice. Okay? All right, so we're going to listen to a song before we go into meditation. I want you to understand the breath of life. This respiratory virus that's happening, people have forgot how to breathe. People have forgot. I know Sue was teaching me on her table how to breathe. Most of us don't breathe right. We breathe very constrictedly. Very shallow. We're not filling our bodies with the breath of life. So I want you to listen to the words of this song, how important your breath is. That you're breathing in life. And you're feeling it fills your whole body and transforms all the cells by just fueling them with the breath. It's nearer than the air, as Michael God says. So enjoy this song, and then we will go into our protective meditation.